All right, good morning. I'm saying good morning because it is currently 7:54 in the morning while I'm recording this. If it is not morning where you are, please just imagine I greeted you by the proper time of day: afternoon, evening, night, near dawn, nautical twilight, whatever you prefer. Anyways, today we are taking our original fruit example and juicing it up, so to speak. If you have not seen the first video in this series, I highly recommend you check it out over somewhere on the screen. I'll link it. I am assuming some knowledge based on the videos I've made previously, so I highly recommend you watch them sequentially. If you don't, I may not explain certain concepts that you may not be familiar with if you are a beginner to PowerShell. If you don't mind Googling things you don't know, proceed on. I'm not here to mock the way you learn. Everyone learns differently. But anyways, this video will be an introduction to while loops in PowerShell. And to start off, we will define the variable quit and set it equal to false, which not only is good for the program, but also good life advice. You shouldn't quit. Don't quit. Never quit. But anyways, our while loop. So while quit uh, is equal to false, run what's in these curly brackets. So we already said quit was false, and so basically what the computer's going to do is each loop looks to the variable quit and see if it's equal to false. If it is, it will continue running whatever is in here. And to give you an example of what not to do, we will put in here write host. This is a bad example. And we will run it. And what you see here is it is continuously writing to the console. This is a bad example. And it will continue doing that until, as you saw, I manually terminated the application, or until I stop paying my electricity bill and my laptop runs out of battery, or until my system runs out of memory. So that's not good. We always want to have a terminator. Sometimes having a terminator is bad. But anyways, for this example, we will write this bad example 4 times and then set quit to true. And so we'll go ahead and clear this screen and rerun this example. Now you can see it runs 4 times and then the application is terminated. So what that did is it went through the initial entry, which is writing this bad example 4 times from 4 separate lines, and then we set quit to true. So when it circled back up to the opening of the while loop, it saw that quit is no longer equal to false because it's equal to true, and therefore it shouldn't run through it again. So for this example, we are going to give the user and the user alone the rights to terminate the application. So first we're going to set favorite fruit as equal to read host. What is your favorite fruit? Now, if we go ahead and run this, it's kind of the same example. Apples. Oh, it wants to know again. Still apples. Still apples. Still apples. And it will continue doing this again until the end of time or another issue causes my computer to stop. So anyways, we'll clear out of that and say write host type quit to terminate the application. And now we can see type quit to terminate the application, but we have no actual termination. So what we'll do is go ahead and make our first evaluation if favorite fruit is equal to quit, then we're going to set quit to true. And so that's our first if statement. What this is saying is if the variable favorite fruit, which we got from this read host command, is equal to quit, which we told the user will terminate the application, then the program will set quit to true and it will not loop again. So let's test that out. What is my favorite fruit? Well, my favorite fruit obviously is the word quit. Application terminated without any issue. So we tested that the quit command does work within this application, so the user has a way to get out of it. And so now we'll go ahead and save this input again. So $favorite fruit output file, favorite fruit.txt, and make sure we append it. So now what it's going to do is it's going to continuously ask you your favorite fruit until you tell it to quit. Once it does know your favorite fruit, it will output it to that infamous file, which by now I'm sure has quite a few entries. And so now what we can do is we can do conditionals, right? So just for an example, we'll do another conditional. So we'll say if favorite fruit is equal to orange, go ahead and tell the user you have bad taste, but I have recorded your input anyways. And so now if we run this, we can see what is your favorite fruit? Well, it's orange. You have bad taste, but I've recorded your input anyways. And we'll just quit the application. It still works. So that is a very basic introduction to while loops in PowerShell, as well as just some conditional statements that we can work with. So what we can do from there really is limitless. This while loop is effectively the framework for this application as we've imagined it, and you can set different conditions. So we can even say at the start of here, um, I don't know. Let's give another example of ending the application without the user's explicit consent. So let's say we simply don't want to work with a user who likes oranges. You like oranges, therefore I have no other option but to terminate this application. And then we will set quit as equal to true. Alrighty, so now if we run it, if we tell it that we like the orange, it will tell us, no thank you, I don't want your input, and terminate the application. We can also go ahead and tell it if favorite fruit is equal to apple. Great selection. I've recorded it and have no intention of terminating this application. So now, if we run it and we tell it apple, it compliments us, goes ahead and loops back. Now we'll tell it the orange again, and it gets angry at us and closes it once more. So anyways, that is your basic introduction to while loops, continuing with the fruit example. If you have any questions, make sure to drop them in the comment section. Please subscribe to the channel and like this video as I put some amount of effort into them, and hopefully people find them useful, maybe even entertaining. But anyways, it is now 8:02 a.m. my time, and I will be signing off for this video. See you later.